Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a lot of new things to go over. We have some new updates for Pokemon Legends EA, we have some new job listings which could be related to Legends EA, we have a new Pokemon Presents rumor for June, and we have a few other things to break down as well. There's a lot of things to cover today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at these new job listings for the Pokemon Company. So this was tweeted out by Mordecai's Mons. So this was posted on the 6th of April. I'm only just getting around to it now. But this could be something related to Legends EA. It could be something related to Generation 10. Could be something related to Generation 5 Remix. Either way, it says, looks like the Pokemon Company is gearing up for new roles for some upcoming games. These contract roles usually are hired a year before main lines from my observations in the past. So if that is the case and it's the same situation, then these would be for a game coming out next year, which again could be Legends EA, could be Generation 10 coming out next year. We really don't know. They then go on to say could be for Legends EA, but also the Ilka/Pokemon Works remake game. More game-based roles are listed, by the way. So there's more game-based roles than just these ones that they've posted. These are just some that they've selected. But either way, we have a project coordinator design, 12-month fixed-term contract. We have a convention programming manager. We have a graphic designer third, 12-month contract as well, and then a product marketing manager, licensing and publishing. So all to do with like game design and game kind of production and stuff. But again, there's more game-based roles as well that are listed. These are just the ones that they've selected. So yeah, like I say, it could be for Legends EA, it could be for Generation 10, it could be for Pokemon Works. You know, we only know about Pokemon Works because of the trademark. It still technically hasn't even been announced yet by Pokemon, which is why they're probably gearing up to announce it at like a Presents, or if we get a press conference this year, then that'd be a really good place to kind of announce it as well. But either way, something big is happening because obviously they're hiring a lot of new people. Again, maybe for this new kind of subsidiary, we just don't know, but something big's happening behind the scenes. Moving on, we have a new post here from Centro. We've got a small update to Pokemon Legends EA, where they say, as usual, Pokemon Legends EA doesn't support cloud saves. So, really unfortunate that it won't. I don't know why they don't support cloud saves. It just makes your save files safe. You know, I just don't know why they're just opting to not do it. But it looks like Pokemon Legends EA is not going to support cloud save. I mean, it says it literally on like the websites and stuff. I think it's just been updated because I can't remember seeing this before. But either way, that is some quite unfortunate information. It also like means that if this game is going to be on the Switch 2, then maybe the Switch 2 also will just not support cloud save data, should I say, for Pokemon games. On the Switch 2, if, you know, like I say, if it is coming to the Switch 2, which again is really, really unfortunate because it just makes life a lot easier. But either way, there's that small update. We also have them replying to a few other things, which I think is a little bit interesting because it's information they just wouldn't know. But either way, this person here, Sam, says, I'm more concerned about the compatible with Nintendo Switch. They need to move on to a more powerful system. So yeah, Sam basically here saying, you know, Pokemon need to move on to a more powerful system. We have Centro here saying, just wait. I don't know if they're referring to Legends EA being on the next console, because they just wouldn't know that. Like, none of us know if Legends EA is going to be on the Switch 2 or not. Like, it's definitely going to be on the Nintendo Switch, but the Switch 2, I mean, it could be, it might not be, but for them to say just wait, I don't know if they're referring to, like I say, Legends EA, or they're just saying like, oh, just wait for Generation 10, because that's going to be on the Switch 2. And then also this, I completely don't agree with. This is a little bit misinformation in my opinion, but either way, we have Mediv here saying, will it be released on the same month as Legends Arceus, which was of course a January? And we have Centro here saying, no. Now, Centro just would not know this information. You know, they're not a leaker themselves. I don't know how they would have this information. It actually makes quite a lot of sense for it to release on the same month of as Legends Arceus, because it'd be in January, which would be a month before February, which is when the next Pokemon Presents Pokemon Day Presents will be, where they will announce new games. So yeah, it would make more sense for it to be in January. So I don't know, for them to come out and say like, no, I don't think they should be saying that, because they generally just have no idea, just like the rest of us. Like I say, they're not a leaker themselves. They're just kind of like a news kind of source, just like, you know, myself. I don't know when obviously the game's coming out, but for them to just say no, it's not happening in January, don't listen to that. It very well could happen in January. We also have this as well, which is more kind of information regarding this new kind of subsidiary thing. So we have Pokemon Center here tweeting out saying the new subsidiary, the Pokemon Company International Mexico S DRL DCV, now appears on the official Pokemon Company website. So again, this could be gearing up more towards like the new translations and stuff, which should be happening for like Legends ZA and maybe even Generation 10 as well. A lot of people think we're going to have some sort of like Latin America region or something, which is why they're doing all these translations now and everything, which makes a lot of sense. We do also have Septi here saying there are already many clues. Game Freak should already reveal that the new Pokemon game will focus on Latin America now. So yeah, like I say, a lot of people kind of same idea about it. Could happen. We'll have to wait and see. So that's all kind of like the mini updates and stuff regarding Legends Arceus, not Legends Arceus, Legends ZA, should I say, and like the Pokemon Company job listings and stuff. We do have this quick theory to go over as well from Soul Silver Art regarding Pokemon Legends Arceus and how it could link in with Pokemon Legends ZA. So Soul Silver Art here saying Hisui is purposely a very Japanese region, aesthetically and culturally. So why is, I don't know, I've never really known how to pronounce the name. Is it Kogita or Kojita? Dressed in a totally Western outfit. And why is she sitting at her Western table with her Western teapot? Could she have visited or possibly originated from Lumio City? Was she our biggest hint to Pokemon Legends Z or Legends ZA all along? Also, throughout her role in Legends Arceus, we find out that she knows a lot about space and time. She's not fazed by it. She's literally the one that guides to save all of Hisui and more. Could she have time traveled herself? Lastly, she's also very connected to the Generation 5/Unova Forces of Nature legendaries, a very nice connection indeed. And then a much more loose connection, but also she has flowers/roses on her hat, a symbol of Kalos beauty, or it could just be a nod to Roserade. And then also we have Jean here saying, we know she rides on a turtle cloud to travel around the region. It would be odd if she also traveled to other regions like this during her long life. It wouldn't be odd, should I say, if she also traveled to other regions like this during her long life. I think it's often considered she's somehow immortal from the tidbits hints in the game. So yeah, some sort of like Dragon Ball situation going on with the cloud and stuff with the Nimbus, but at the same time, she is a very mysterious character and she definitely could have a lot more kind of, I don't know, backstory and stuff, and she might even appear in Legends ZA. We don't know, but either way, it's very interesting the way she's dressed and the kind of like items she has, and yeah, the fact that she's kind of seen as immortal would be kind of making sense that she'd appear in like other Legends games. Maybe she appears in every single one. If this is going to be like only 3 Legends games like the books that we saw in the original Legends Arceus trailer, then maybe she does just appear in every single one. Maybe she helps us save something in every single one. Like obviously she helped us save Hisui. Maybe something happens in Kalos and she helps us save Kalos. And then maybe in the 3rd game, whether it is like, you know, Legends Johto or Legends Unova or whatever, maybe she helps us save that as well. But either way, what are your thoughts on this character? Do you think she's got a little bit more than meets the eye in regards to her plot and potentially her plot in Legends ZA? So that's all that. Moving on, we're going to finish today's video off with a new rumor on 4chan regarding a Pokemon Presents happening in June. So they start things off by saying Pokemon Presents airing during the week commencing on the 10th of June. So I'm assuming that's a Monday. Let me just double check. Yeah, so the 10th of June is a Monday, and then obviously the Friday is a 14th. So they're saying that it's going to be announced that week, so from the 10th to the 14th. So I mean, it obviously isn't going to be announced on the 14th because they're never going to announce a Presents on the 14th for the 15th. I mean, they could announce it on the 14th for the next week being the 17th, but it's more likely they'd announce it on like the Tuesday, which is the 11th, for like the 12th, or maybe announce it on the 12th or the 13th or something like that. But at the same time, like, I just don't think it makes sense for there to be a Presents in June if the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement is going to be in June. Like, a lot of people are kind of expecting to see the Switch 2 announcement in June, and if that's the case, I don't know why they would also drop a Pokemon Presents, unless Legends ZA is going to be on the Switch 2 and they need to show some gameplay of Legends ZA for the Switch 2. That'd be the only way that I would see it kind of making sense. But 10th of June is also quite early as well. I mean, we've had Presents in the past, I believe, in June. I think when we had like that back-to-back Presents where we had like the big Presents and then we had like another Presents about Pokemon Unite like a week later, I think that was in June. So it's not like crazy to expect to see one in June, but at the same time, the last couple have been in August. But again, with the whole Switch 2 thing, that's why we're just no idea of when these things are happening, because we're just waiting for for like this Nintendo to make up their minds with what they're doing. Obviously, this is posted on 4chan, so take it with a grain of salt. We don't know if it's true or not. It probably isn't. Like, I don't know how this person would know. Like, they're just bullet pointing loads of things about this Pokemon Presents, so I don't know how they would know this information already. Like, I'm assuming they've already got an idea of what they're going to show in the next Presents, but for them to know this much information is just very, very unlikely. But anyway, apparently the 10th of June, or that week, is when they're going to announce the Presents. So not too long to wait if that is the case. But either way, that's when they're saying it's going to be happening. And then it says expected to be around 15 minutes long. Again, that's also just so unlikely. Like, how would they know this information? Like 15 minutes is obviously a nice presents kind of length, especially because the Pokemon Day was only like 12 minutes. And if they were going to show gameplay of Legends EA and stuff, which I would expect to see in the next presents, then obviously it would have to be a little bit longer, especially because they have to showcase like Pokemon Pocket. They might do like some TCG stuff maybe. But either way, yeah, them already knowing around the kind of the date and how long it's going to be, I think it's a bit of a red flag because, like I say, we're only in April. You know, I know it's only a couple of months until June, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Anyway, let's read on. It says, begins with new worlds details, exclusive merch available. So, yeah, I'm assuming that's exclusive merch at Worlds, which again is pretty obvious. I mean, they always have exclusive merch. Like when it was in the UK, they had like the special merch. They always do. So I don't know why they've even put that there. I'm assuming the new worlds details, is that the exclusive merch? Because obviously we've already got the dates and everything. We've already got the location. I don't really have to reveal anything more about Worlds. So yeah, I mean, they might do some exclusive merch. I can't remember if they did it in the last presents or not. But either way, that's apparently happening as well in this June presents. They then go on to say Pokemon TCG section next. Reveals 2 new TCG sets. So Dragon Paradise. So I think that's the one that got trademarked. I believe he's either like Dragona Paradise or Dragon Paradise or something like that. Which again, that's been trademarked, which is why we kind of have an idea about that. But again, this person could have literally just known that just if they'd gone on Twitter. And then also they say Pokemon Johto edition of the 151 to celebrate the 25th anniversary. So I really like that idea. I really hope they do a Johto edition of 151. Like 151 was a really cool set to collect, and it makes sense for them to do a Johto version, especially because it is the 25th anniversary. I would absolutely love to see that. I don't know how many people are watching this video are into the TCG, but yeah, there's some really cool artwork and stuff for those kind of cards, and yeah, I would love to see like Typhlosion, Meganium for Alligator and stuff. I'd like to see something happen for Johto this year. It's the 25th anniversary, and we've got nothing Johto related. The only like crumb of Johto stuff we got was the unknowns in the Pokemon Presents, but it wasn't even about Johto. So yeah, if they just give absolutely nothing to Johto for the 25th anniversary, it's criminal in my opinion. Like they have to give it something. But either way, we're getting apparently 2 new TCG sets announced for, again, no release date of them, but they're saying that they're going to be announced in this June presents. They also say Pokemon Pocket release date and new gameplay trailer. So yeah, I mean, that's probably a bit of a given. We know that Pokemon Pocket is going to be coming out this year in 2024, so for them to give a release date makes sense the next time we get some information about it. And yeah, a new gameplay trailer. I mean, I think we got most of the kind of the gist of the game in the first gameplay trailer. Like, I don't think they could really show us too much more. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Pocket. I really hope that they do a good job with it, because it's definitely a kind of game that I could definitely get into a lot. Like, I do quite like the Pokemon TCG, and I like the fact that they are kind of the battles are very quick. You know, from what we saw in the gameplay trailer, they look very quick, and you don't really have to know a lot of knowledge about the original Pokemon TCG game to be able to play Pokemon Pocket, which I'm a massive fan of. It's a little bit like what's it called, Duel Links for Yu-Gi-Oh, where it was very kind of like dumbed down in terms of like there's less cards and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be similar to that, which again, you know, Duel Links has done really well, so hopefully Pokemon Pocket kind of follows in the same footsteps. Anyway, that's that. They then say no Generation 5 remakes announced. So this is the first rumor in a while that we've covered where they're saying, you know, there's no Generation 5 remakes. Planned for next year around November time. So I mean, it makes sense because, you know, next year is the 15th anniversary of Black and White, so it does kind of make sense to make remakes that year. I think a lot of people forgot about that. Like, a lot of people are expecting Generation 5 games this year, like myself included. But, you know, if we're going through anniversaries and stuff, it makes sense for a Johto game this year and then Black and White next year, because 25th anniversary of Johto this year, 15th anniversary of Generation 5 next year. You know, why it just makes sense. You know, do Johto this year, Gen 5 next year with Legends EA, and then obviously Generation 10 2026. It makes sense on paper. Very, very nice for like continuity and stuff and to celebrations of those regions, but who knows what they're going to do. But apparently they're coming out November next year. And then new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon announced, releasing in November. So this, I'm assuming, would be the game for this year, which is a new Mystery Dungeon game, also releasing in November. I don't think we've ever had have we ever had a spin-off in November? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to see a new Mystery Dungeon game. And again, my dream of a mystery dungeon game is to have an online open world mystery dungeon where you can go around with friends, you can literally travel around with them, go into different dungeons and stuff, and just have like a massive hub. Oh man, it'd be so good. I'd absolutely love that. I don't think they'll ever do it, but that would be such a good game, and I think it'd absolutely smash out the park with like sales and stuff, because people like mystery dungeon anyway. But the one thing missing is online. You know, you can't go along online with friends and go and do dungeons with friends. All the online is just saving people like that have already like, you know, fainted in dungeons and stuff. So what we can dream that we'll get one of those. Maybe it's just me that wants that, I don't know, but I'm really hoping they do something like that. And then they also say GBA ports announced. Generation 1 Shadow dropped, so I'm assuming that's at the end of the Pokemon Presents, so around June would be Generation 1. Generation 2 is available August, and then Generation 3 available October. I think this is a really good idea. I think a mystery dungeon game and then ports of Generation 1, 2, and 3 kind of spaced out throughout the year. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I think that's all we need. I don't think we need Generation 5 remakes this year if we're getting all of that, because that's enough to tie people over until potentially early next year when Legends EA is going to come out. So I really like that idea of all the ports kind of happening spaced out and stuff. Fingers crossed for that as well. Fingers crossed for that. They're then going to say new Legends EA trailer reveals the starter Pokemon will be, so they're going to be the Generation 6 starters, and they all get new Mega Evolutions. So there's not any Colosseum forms for other starters like Snivy, Torchic, Piplup, yada yada yada. It's the Generation 6 starters, and they do all get Mega Evolutions. Again, I personally think it is going to be the Generation 6 starters. I think it's a good chance to give them Mega Evolutions, and I think if they are the starters, then they definitely will get them. If it's just like different starters, then I think it just kind of hurts the chance of the Generation 6 starters getting Mega Evolutions. And I mean, the gimmick kind of, it started in Generation 6. You know, why didn't the Generation 6 starters get any? You know, Generation 8, we got Gigantamax, and all the starters got Gigantamax forms in that, and obviously it was until the DLC in the Isle of Armor, but they still got it. So why didn't the Generation 6 starters get Mega Evolutions? Who knows, but they should deserve them. They should finally get them. And it says, finally reveals gameplay. Again, a given, they should show gameplay in the next Legends EA trailer. Shows very good character customization options, along with 3 new characters related to the Kalos rivals. So, yeah, I mean, Legends Arceus had really good character customization. A lot better than, you know, what Scarlet and Violet had. So I'd be happy to see some more of that. And then, you know, I think the 3 new characters related to the Kalos rivals, I'm assuming they're like ancestors and stuff of them. Of like Shauna and Serena and stuff like that. And then it says, no release date planned yet, still says 2025. So I'm assuming that is in the trailer. It says there's no release date and then it says enjoy. So, I mean, there's some good things in this rumor. There's some bad things in it. I don't necessarily think it is true. But I like it. You know, I like a lot of the stuff. I mean, I would like Generation 5 remakes, but if we don't get them, then a mystery dungeon and then the ports of Gen 1, 2, and 3 is, you know, it's a good backup in my opinion. And then obviously we get a Legends EA trailer as well. And it's in June, and I would love a June Presents. So we'll have to wait and see. But either way, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Let me know your thoughts on this theory here, and then all the other stuff that we've covered today as well. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment with your thoughts and everything. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.